What's going on, everyone? This is BK Plays, and today we are putting together a team of 15 centers. We're going to take this team and we're going to win an NBA championship with them. How are we going to do it? I don't know, but we're going to find out. All right, introducing you to the team, we have Joel Embiid, Bam Adebayo, Isaiah Hartenstein, Reed, Nurkic, Robinson, Williams, Cornette, Horford, Gafford, Love, Lopez, and then even our two-way guys are centers. I'm going to make sure they have no secondary positions. The one thing I will do to mess with this sim a little bit is make sure that we're crashing the last. If we're going to be big as hell and we're not going to have any passing skills, we're at least going to get as many rebounds as physically possible. We're going to play really physical defense. We're going to protect the paint because that's about all we can do. And in terms of offense, what we're going to do is we're going to get to the basket. For offensive tempo, we're going to play patient offense. Now, this is important because we don't want to turn the ball over a bunch since we're not going to have a lot of playmakers, presumably. And hopefully that will help us have a chance. Chris Finch wanted to run a 9-man lineup, but for a lot of big guys, I think that's a lot of hustling and bustling. Might get a little bit tired. I'm going to stretch the rotation to 11 guys. Your starting lineup will be Mitchell Robinson at point guard, Isaiah Hartenstein at shooting guard, Naz Reid at small forward, Bam Adebayo at power forward, and Joel Embiid at center. The center of centers. Nurkic is your 6-man, then Cornette, Horford, Williams, Gafford, and Kevin Love rounding it out. Let's simulate our first game and see how we do. It is a win by 30 points over the Portland Trail Blazers. Let's see how that happens. Also, should note, this is a fantasy draft. I didn't want to spend all my time drafting for every single center that I wanted in the league, so I said, I'll just do a fantasy draft and grab the top centers. So, how did we do? Bam Adebayo put up the most points. He had 26, 8, and 4, a steal and a block. This team has a ton of blocks, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys getting blocks. A bunch of guys getting steals. We got long arms, swatting the balls, getting a lot of deflections. Joel Embiid dishing the ball the most with 7 assists, but also a lot from Hartenstein, Reed, Adebayo, and Nurkic. Interesting enough to see. Top rebounders are Mitchell Robinson, Adebayo, and Reed. Okay, and let's see how many threes we shot. Yeah, not too many. Although Naz Reid took a lot. Okay, he's good. He's putting them up. We might have to tell him to quit that. Other than him, Kevin Love 2 of 4, Horford 1 of 2, Embiid 1 of 1. So not a lot of shots on the perimeter getting to the paint, but that's good enough to get you 131 points. Let's see what happens when we play a different team. We beat the Lakers 97-83, so didn't have very good offense going, but our defense carried us through. Looking at the score, it looks like Embiid and Naz led the way in terms of points. Rebounding, hell, everyone's rebounding, but Mitch and Bam seem to be the best at grabbing the boards amongst the team. Naz Reid was also dishing in this game too. 7 assists, 5 from Embiid, so it looks like Embiid's going to be one of our top assisters. A bunch of steals from Bam and Nurkic, 3 each. Mitch with 2. 3 blocks from Mitch, 2 from Naz. 1 from Hartenstein, Adebayo, and Cornette. 3-point shooting, Naz 2 of 6, Embiid 2 of 4, Nurkic 1 of 1. Horford missed all 3, Kevin Love missed 1. So again, getting up some threes, so not none at all, but they are finding their way to win games early on in the season. Let's play the Pacers. That's a win as well. Okay, this is the last one we're going to look at, and then I think we're just going to simulate the season. This might turn into an 82-0 challenge. All right, 127-118. So the defense lacked a little bit in this one, but the offense certainly did not. Naz Reid with 25, Embiid with 24, Bam with 19, Cornette with 17, Hartenstein with 14. Hartenstein had the most rebounds in this one with 8. Naz Reid was behind him with 6. In terms of assists, Adebayo, Embiid, and Hartenstein are dishing. Horford did this game as well. And in this game, we had Mitch with 3 steals. He might be making a bid for Defensive Player of the Year. Nurkic and Gafford with a steal as well. In terms of blocks, 1 from Hartenstein, Embiid, Cornette, and Gafford. All right. Now that we've seen how we can dominate early on in the season, I'm going to simulate to the trade deadline, see how we're doing, and then see if we need to upgrade our centers into better centers. Naz Reid is your NBA Cup MVP, scoring 20, getting you 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block, shooting 50, 40, 80. I think we might have found something. This team of all centers is 45-7 at the trade deadline. Let's take a look at these stats and see exactly what we're doing. We're going to look at team stats first because I'm very interested in that. So we have the 7th best offense in the league. And defense, we are the best defense in the league by about 6 points, which gives us the best point differential. We are making the most field goals per game. We're not even taking the most. We're 7th. We are the most efficient team from the field goal, from the field rather. And in terms of three-pointers, we make the least in the league. We take the least in the league. I think we have a respectable conversion rate. Yeah, middle of the pack. We are in the bottom 5 or 6 for free throws made, hopefully as well as attempts. Nope, we're a little bit higher up on attempts, so we're a little bit inefficient. 7-27, that's not too bad. Offensive rebounds, we lead the league 2 more over the next best team, which is the Thunder. How in the world are we not the best defensive rebounding team? That is despicable. We are 1.3 worse than the best team. That's insane. We have 15 centers. Who's grabbing the ball? Who are you not boxing out? We do have the most rebounds in the league, and that is because of our offensive rebounding, not because of our defensive rebounding. Insane work. And we have 5 more rebounds than any other team. In terms of assists, we have middle of the pack assisting. Okay, so that's better than I thought. I thought it was going to be bottom of the league. Steals per game, we are not the best. We are not even good, really. We are bottom 5. And blocks per game, we are the 3rd best team in the league. Thought we might be a little bit better there, but hey, the team's winning. They're scoring very efficiently from the field, decent enough from 3, not taking many threes, and seems to be working. Let's look at turnovers per game. Okay, we aren't doing too well with turnovers per game. We have 15.4. Okay, so running the patient offense doesn't seem to be helping too much. So maybe what we do instead is we push the pace and we change and go away from patient offense to just shooting it at will. If we're going to be turning the ball over, maybe we don't worry about taking care of the ball so much, and hopefully shooting at will doesn't make us too much more inefficient. Let's take a look at our players to see how they're doing, and I'm going to go per 36 because we have a lot of good players, but it's going to be, their stats going to look kind of wonky depending on the minutes they're playing. Joel Embiid, per 36, is scoring 36 points per game. Crazy efficient. 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Next point leader is Bam Adebayo, scoring about 27 a game, getting you 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Naz Reid with 24, 7, and 4. Kevin Love, he's played 52 games, so he has been out there. For his time on the court, he's averaging 21, 6, and 5. Brook Lopez, 17, 3, and 1. All right. And instead of going down the list, there's a lot of guys scoring a decent amount of points. Let me look at who is our best rebounder per 36. It is Robert Williams, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Mitchell Robinson. Our best passers are Embiid, Love, Nurkic, Hartenstein, Adebayo. Guys getting the most steals are Nurkic, who has started in 17 games, played 52, averaging about 2 steals every 36 minutes. Mitch, steal and a half. Robert Williams, steal and a half. Gafford, just the blockness monsters are Gafford, blocking 2 a game. Williams, blocking 1.3. Embiid, 1.3. And Naz, 1.2. And then I'm also interested to see who's putting it in the hoop at the highest rate. So Mitch is shooting at 64% from the field. Rob Williams, 62 from Luke Cornett, about 60% from Embiid, 60% from Adebayo and Gafford. Adebayo and Embiid are both shooting over 40% from 3, with Embiid putting up 3 shots a game. Hartenstein's only shooting a buck 25 from 3. Thank God he's not taking many shots. Naz Reid shooting 41% from 3, taking 6 shots a game. He's getting them up. Nurkic shooting pretty well from 3 too. We'll take 37%, 2 shots a game. Kevin Love, a little bit inefficient, shooting 3 a game. That hurts us a little bit. So he's an inefficient shot chucker because I know he was one of the leading point guys. I guess he's just getting it up in the minutes he does play. Al Horford shooting terrible from 3 and from the field. Love's shooting not so great from the field too. Maybe we make a move to make sure that Kevin Love doesn't play. Seems like he's hurting us a little bit. Brook Lopez is even worse, but he's good from 3 at least. And everyone else hasn't played. All right, we've adjusted the rotations a little bit, taken out K-Love and Brook Lopez. And we are going to simulate all the way to the end of the season and see how we do. A fitting MVP for a fitting sim. Nikola Jokic, the one center we don't have, is your league's MVP with 30, 12, and 8. A steal, a block, shooting 60, 40, 86. Cooper Flag is the MVP. Cooper Flag is the Rookie of the Year, 17, 6, and 4. Kevin Porter Jr. is the Sixth Man of the Year. Victor Wembanyama is the DPOI. Love that it's coming from another center. Most Improved Player is another center, Moussa Diabate, who is a great player to get in Sims. I might get him on the offseason. Clutch Player of the Year, another center. And again, not our center. Clutch Player of the Year, Nikola Jokic. We win Coach of the Year and we go 73-9. Executive of the Year is Ricky Winston at 73-9. And we win Cup MVP. So we are the 1 seed in the West. We will be facing off against Victor Wembanyama. But guess what? We don't care. We're just going to sweep them. Nobody can touch us. And actually, before we move on to our second round matchup, I'll set that up. Let's take a peek at where we ended the year in terms of our team stats. Our offense is the second best in the league, and our defense is the best by about 4 points. We make the most field goals per game still. Still don't take the most shots, although I think that creeped up. We are the most efficient team from the field. Pretty decent from 3, not putting up a ton of shots at all. Taking the least in the league. Free throws is mid. Our offensive rebounding is best by 1 per game. Defensive rebounding per game picks up. Okay, yeah, that was crazy to see us so far down on the list. Second's still kind of crazy. I mean, we have 15 centers. Overall rebounds, we get 5 more than the next team. Assists looked like they dropped off. They sure did. We are 22nd in the league. Steals per game isn't great. And blocks per game, we are number 1 in the league. Turnovers per game, that did tick up. We went into 3rd place, but I think switching to the shoot at will was worth it. We're still the most efficient from the field, so might as well get up more shots. We finally get our first loss in Game 3, but then we continue on for a gentleman's sweep. We play the Mavericks, and guess what we're going to do to them? We are going to gentleman's sweep them, and we are in the NBA Finals. Our opponent will be Paolo Banchero in the New York Knicks. 24, 7, and 5 from him. Our Western Conference Finals MVP is Bam Adebayo, shooting 21, 6, and 4. All right, we're going to simulate the first game. It's a win. The second's a win. The third is a win. Guys, did we just figure out the easiest way to win in 2K is just grab a bunch of tall guys? Let's simulate. And before we simulate what I think is going to be the last game, let's take a peek at the stats. Game 1, hold them to under 100 points, score 130 on them. Game 2, we don't score 100, but they don't either. They score 82. We're able to beat them again. In Game 3, we score 120 and hold them to 77. So this is just a defensive juggernaut that we formed. All right, let's send the last game. Yep, and a sweep in the finals. Your Minnesota Timberwolves are the NBA champions. Joel Embiid is your finals MVP, 29, 7, and 4. 2 blocks a game. Or block and a half a game, half a steal a game. Shooting 50, 40, 85. Let's see if we can do a three-peat with this team. All right, we need 3 more players in free agency. Maybe we should round out the team, get some guards. Nah, screw that. We're going to get more centers. You know what we're doing. All right, we move into the off-season progression, and it looks like our team is getting a lot worse. So maybe it's getting a little bit clogged up. Everyone's saying, hey, I want to be the center. I want to be the center. Well, there can only be one at a time. And so our guys are struggling to find how they fit in this system, even though they are NBA champions. For this season, I think we're just going to sim all the way to the end. Then we'll check out the stats and hopefully get another chip. All right, at the end of the year, Giannis Antetokounmpo is your MVP, 24, almost 11, and 5. Rookie of the year is this guy. DeJounte Murray, 6th Man of the year. DPOI is Evan Mobley. Most Improved Player, a center, Kamal Malak. You love to see it. Jason Tatum is the Clutch Player of the Year. And we win Coach of the Year, going 68-14. We are the 1 seed in the West yet again. But before we go to that, let's see how the season went for us in terms of team stats. So it looks like our offense fell off a decent amount. We are 17th in the league. Hopefully still have dominant defense. Yes, we do, by almost 7 points. That's good enough for the best point differential in the league. We don't make the most, well, we don't take the most field goals per game. We do make the most. We are the most efficient team in the league. 3-point efficiency does drop off. Thank God we're not taking too many attempts. Offensive rebounds per game is 20.7, 2 better than the next best team. And defensive rebounds per game, we are top of the league as we should be, getting almost 2 more than the next best team. And total rebounds per game is about 6 more than the next best team. Assists per games, we are the worst. We are terrible. Steals per game, bottom of the league. Blocks per game, we are top of the league, tied with the Cavaliers. We turn over the ball the most of any team in the league, but we're the most efficient, so I guess we're able to overcome that. Interesting stats to see. Let's see if any of our players did anything outstanding. Let's look at per 36, look at rebounds. Andre Drummond started one game, played in 36, and was averaging 13 rebounds per 36. Mitch, 10. Hartenstein, 9.6, 9.5 from Diabate, 9 from Looney, 9 from that guy. Dishing the ball the most was Looney in 9 games played, so not really. Nurkic at 5, Hartenstein 4, Naz Reid 4, Adebayo 4, Embiid 4. Steals per game, ignore Looney, he only played 9 games. Robinson, block and a half, a steal and a half. Not anything too interesting from that. Let's take a look at their efficiency. Jackson Hayes took 1-3 every 5 games, and he hit 40% of them, so that's pretty neat. Adebayo sucked from 3, didn't put up a shot a game. Embiid shot 37%, which is pretty good, but just on 3 attempts per game. Naz Reid shot 38% on 6.5 attempts per game. We take that. He's been helping us out there. It seems like Naz Reid is basically just taking all our attempts. And then a couple other guys averaging some shots. Landale shot well from 3. Let's see who's the worst in terms of field goal percentage. It's Jay Huff. Is he taking... No, yeah, he's shooting things other than 3s. Okay. Nurkic 47, 47, 47, 48, 50. Okay. And then the most efficient being Kevon Lilly. Yeah, ignore that he didn't play that much. Jackson Hayes, 68%. Mitch, 67%. Adebayo, 60%. All right, let's sim this first round. Hopefully, oh, we lost the second game. Lost the fourth game. Okay, we make it into the second round. It was a close one there for a second. Let's see if we got anyone hurt. No one is hurt. Maybe they were in the first round. We'll never know. Win the first, lose the second, lose the fourth. Oh, okay, we got ourselves a matchup. We don't have to cut our rotation down a little bit. Move it to 9 men. Cornette will be our worst player. That takes Drummond out of the lineup. J Huff has been inefficient, so he's probably hurting us. But let's do simulate with Simcast. See if it gets close. And then we also want to see him on the court too, so maybe I'll hop in. You know what? 7 points down. If this is the way we go out this season, that's fine. If I'm playing, I probably won't be able to help us too much. Oh, I'm on offense. Duh. Bam hits the little baby hook. Oh, they got Tatum at center. That's annoying. I can't sag off of him. And that's Keldon Johnson. Okay, yeah. I was trying to see who he was. He could shoot 3s. I can't sag off of him either. This is going to be tough. I can see why they're beating us. Who's my point guard? Get it to Diabate. Just back him down into the paint, okay? Did not want to have that be a moving shot. Oh. Yep. So, probably the teams that run in transition, those are the ones that screw us the most. Be our toughest matchups. Oh, this is too easy. That's too easy. Okay, so we got a chance. Looks like we're going to have to use that Huff matchup the most. And I think just because we have so many centers, we're just going to put in guys that aren't exhausted. Yeah, so Huff wasn't exhausted, so that helped. Jackson Hayes, get in there, big guy. You're going to give Hardenstein a break. Looney, sure. Give Nas at 82. We're going to leave you in because we need someone to shoot a 3. Okay, and they have Rudy Gobert, someone I could finally sag off of. Well, I spoke a little bit too soon. Point guard Daniel Gafford steps into the game. Oh, get Rudy a map. Take the shot, Rudy. Pull up. Come on, back him down. There you go. Some nice old school ball. With the steal, pass it up ahead. Oh, he's cut off by Rudy. We'll just wait a little bit. That's what this team does. Okay, Mitch is not a shooter. Get it to the shooter. Oh, that's not. Okay. Yep, that is a problem. We do not have perimeter shooting when we can't get into the paint, and we're not very fast, so it's kind of difficult. Small forward Jackson Hayes. He's probably one of our more agile guys. All right, well, we gave it a shot. It's just funny as heck to see all these monsters out on the floor. I was hoping we could bully a point guard matchup, but we weren't able to do that too much. We're going to simulate to the end, and we are not able to repeat. So the center team is mortal. But it took the eventual champions to beat them. All right, the number 1 overall pick is a center. You know what we're going to do. Unfortunately, the Timberwolves have almost no picks, so we won't be able to get that number 1 overall pick. A shame indeed. We already have our 15 guys, so we are good to go to player progression. Everybody continues to get worse, except for the guy we drafted last year. All right, we're not going to mess around too much. We're just going to keep it semi. And then this will be our last year. We'll see if we can get 2 championships in 3 years with a team of all centers. All right, at the end of the season, Ja Morant is your MVP, 32, 4, and 9, shooting 54, 32, 92. This guy, who is a center who we wanted to get, was the Rookie of the Year. DeJounte Murray, 6-man. Victor DPOI. Most improved is that guy. Clutch Player of the Year is Luka Doncic. And we do not win Coach of the Year as we fall off a little bit. We actually won just over 60 games, and we are the 2 seed in the West this year. We're going to cut our rotation to 9 guys. And I think that's going to be the only change we make. Let's see what we can do. We win 2 games, 3 games, 4 games. We're on to the second round. Playing against the Grizzlies, we win game 1, lose game 2, lose game 3, lose game 4. Let's see if we can make any changes. I'd like to see if we could get out of the second round. I'll cut it to 8 guys, I guess. We're going to simulate with Simcast, and if we're losing, we're going to hop in for our last hurrah with the guys. But it looks like they ain't giving up yet. They win it. Let's Simcast again. Okay, this one looks like we're losing. Down 8 to go. Yep, yeah, they're going to lose this one. Let's hop in, mess around with our guys, and then that'll do it for this video. Okay, who is our point guard? Diabate. All right. Get in there. Is that Anthony Black? That is Anthony Black. That's probably like one of the worst guys you could go up against. Maybe I'll try the shooting guard matchup next. Couldn't block it, but was able to affect the shot. Give it to Embiid. Get it to Adebayo. Let's see who this guy is. Oh, they're doubling. Too easy. Keep your eyes open. That's Daniel Gafford. He's the point guard. And our guys are very tired, so let's make sure that they're bringing in... Yeah, Embiid's exhausted, so bring in someone else. Drummond has full energy, so we can bring him in. And we'll bring in Jackson Hayes when they do make those changes. Get the rebound, push it up. Oh, he's tired. Get it out of his hands. Okay, that's not going to go well. Yep. Okay, I'm starting to see how this team has some holes. I was just so surprised and confident after the first year. Okay, he's exhausted. Getting triple teamed. Oh. And we do not have the best passers. That does seem to be hurting us a little bit. All right. Well, I think we could send to the end on this one. All right, your Minnesota Timberwolves are bounced in the second round again, and the Warriors end up being NBA champions. Well, this has been a fun one. I wanted to see what would happen if you could put all the centers on one team. See what would happen if they can get enough assists, if they would be terrible at that, if they would be turning the ball over like crazy. And it looks like kind of exactly what you think would happen. They take high efficiency shots. They put up a ton of shots in order to win games. And they play pretty stout defense. That was good enough to win a championship in year 1. But as our guys were regressing, we weren't moving the guys around, getting enough center talent because there's only so many centers in the league. it was a little bit difficult to keep up the winning culture. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. This has been BK Plays.